Dear Parliament of India, we all went into the lockdown together on the night of March 24th, but it's been 5 months since and you continue to be locked down. Meanwhile, India has recorded more than 30 lakh COVID positive cases. Public health infrastructure is seriously burdened. Food insecurity has increased. GDP is on a decline and unemployment is on the rise. These were the issues which should have been discussed on your floor, but the monsoon session is yet to be convened. So, people decided to convene Janta Parliament, a virtual people's parliament, a platform just like yours, to discuss urgent COVID-related policy issues. During the 6-day Janta Parliament, 11 discussions were held on 10 themes for a combined duration of more than 43 hours. On an average, 20 people spoke in every discussion and another 100 to 400 participated in each discussion, at the end of which resolutions were voted upon. In total, more than 100 resolutions were passed. Our speakers included women, men, members of LGBTQI community, sex workers, migrant workers, domestic workers, as well as workers from other industries, trade unionists, small business manufacturers, street vendors, Dalits, Muslims, Christians, Adivasis, Hindus, Sikh, elderly, children, persons with disability, teachers, lawyers, farmers, economists, activists. People joined us from all across the country, from Kashmir to Karnataka, from Gujarat to Meghalaya. The discussions were completely held online and live streamed on various platforms where more than 1 lakh people engaged with us. Meet Rashmi Maruvada, one of the voices raised at Janta Parliament. She is visually impaired but can enlighten you with her clear thoughts on how education can be made more accessible for all. Now meet Nicholas Murmu, a migrant worker who joined us from his village in Jharkhand with an umbrella in hand because it was raining heavily. But he offered very clear thoughts on how exploitation of migrant workers can be prevented. We hope these voices and this kind of diversity can one day be seen on your floor as well. On the last day of Janta Parliament, we presented all the resolutions and demands to leaders of several political parties. They have promised us that all these issues will be raised on your floor during the monsoon session. Through Madhyam, we also submitted demands on how executive accountability to you can be further strengthened.
My name is Mansi Verma. Through my initiative Madhyam and on behalf of Janta Parliament, I would like to submit the following demands to ensure greater executive accountability to Parliament. Janta Parliament was convened because Indian Parliament has not been in session for the last 5 months. And as per news reports, whenever it is convened for the monsoon session of Parliament, it is likely to be a very short 10 to 15 days session, during which also each house is only likely to sit in shifts of 4 hours each. This will drastically reduce the time available to each house to conduct its business. It has also been reported that to further save on time, question hour may be done away with. MPs must strongly resist this and demand that the session duration be not curtailed from a usual 4-week duration to a 2-week duration. Instead, it be increased to 6 weeks at least to make up for Parliament's absence in the last 5 months. Additionally, MPs must demand that if time is short, then question hour, 0 hour and short duration discussions be taken up on priority and minimum legislative agenda be taken up. This will ensure that MPs have the maximum opportunities to raise people's issues. It has also been reported that during this short monsoon session, the government will prioritize the passing of the ordinances that it promulgated in the intercession period. If this happens, this will amount to Parliament being reduced to a mere rubber stamp. This should be prevented and MPs must demand and ensure that no ordinance is passed without being scrutinized by a standing committee and without being thoroughly debated by each House of Parliament. Executive is able to exert great control over the functioning of a Parliament session by controlling the very act of convening a Parliament session. In India, Parliament does not follow a fixed calendar of sittings, a practice routinely followed in many other countries. This results in sessions being convened, delayed, curtailed, or extended as per the whims of the executive. To remedy this situation, MPs must petition the Speaker of Lok Sabha and the Chairperson of Rajya Sabha to set up a standing committee comprising of leaders of all major political parties who set a calendar of sitting for Parliament in a year in advance and ensure that Parliament convenes on those dates irrespective of any political exigency or any other circumstances. During the pandemic, while many other countries quickly adapted to the situation and ensured that Parliament and committees met online and held virtual meetings, Indian Parliament remained shut, despite demands from people and parliamentarians alike to use technology to facilitate discussions and deliberations. The members must petition the Speaker of Lok Sabha and the Chairperson of Rajya Sabha to set up an ad hoc multi-party committee to look into the kind of technological capabilities that must be put in place and to suggest amendments that should be made to the rules and procedures to ensure that Parliament is able to convene online and hold its deliberations and meetings virtually should the need arise in future. Thank you.
Till your doors open again, dear Parliament, we the people will keep the process of democratic dialogues and people's engagement in policy making thriving outside your doors. Till then, in your service, Madhyam.